Hello, everyone. Glenda Mollet here, and welcome to my craft room. We are going to make a card tonight that uses the Cheerful Daisies bundle. Now, my class in June is the Cheerful Daisies. I'm just getting this shared over onto my my VIP group here. There we go. All right. Cheerful Daisies bundle is happening in June, and I'm so excited. The cards are fabulous. Hi, Janet. Um, Hello, Norma. So, welcome, everybody. Let me show you the card that we're making tonight. Well, the version that I've got made. So, this one uses Irresistible Blooms and then some of the Fancy Flora designer paper. So, this is retired, this paper, but I've prepped it with the Fresh as a Daisy suite, and we're going to have fun playing with that tonight. Hello, Marcia and Yvonne. Thanks for joining me. Okay, let me get you. So, I will tell you more about this later once I've enticed you with the Cheerful Daisies bundle, because once you see this bundle, you're going to want the class because there's 3 absolutely gorgeous cards. And then if you're part of my monthly tutorial subscription, there is 4 cards and video tutorials. Oh, look at all the people. Yvonne, Marcia, and Yvonne, and Pat, Connie, and Carmen. Hi, everybody. So I did this one with the Sunshine Club Stamp Crafts last week. It uses retired products, of course. The designer paper is retired. This glimmer paper is no longer available. So I kind of redone it. Hi, Wendy. I redid it with current stuff. But this is the layout. I love it because, you can do this. This just shows you that you can do this with any suite. And then there's the inside. You know me and my making sure my insides and envelopes coordinate. I'm all about coordination. So let me show you. Let me show you the Fresh as a Daisy suite. If you've got your catalog handy, flip it open to page 110. This is the Fresh as a Daisy suite. So it includes the Fresh as a Daisy designer paper, the adhesive back solid gems, the stamp set, and the dies. Now, the gems, unfortunately, are sold out at the moment. But it's okay because there's so many other new embellishments that we can use. You don't have to use those, but I'm going to show you them tonight. So look at this paper. Look at that gorgeous paper. And it has that color that everybody's talking about, the wild wheat. So tell me, are you a wild wheat fan? Yes or no? Either you love it or you hate it. I used to hate it. I'm starting to love it because you know what? It is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to use Pretty Peacock for the card base. Then I have a piece of basic white that's 5 1/4 by 4. That's going to be for the inside. And then I have a piece of the Fresh as a Daisy designer paper. Now I pulled the colors out of this paper. The background is copper clay, and then it uses Azure Afternoon and Pretty Peacock for the leaves. You're not sure of it, Connie? Is it still working on you? Then right here, these little dots, that's wild wheat. It is actually kind of cool. Then I have a strip of, this is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2, but I made it a little bit longer because you know me, I like to make things longer so I don't have gaps. And that's white, and I'm going to emboss it with the Splatters embossing folder. So on the original one, I used the, what's it called? Hang on. Painted Textures embossing folder. See that? and it's cool, but I wanted to show you something different. So I'm going to use splatters now. It's growing on you, Wendy? Good. So do you guys, when you pick up an embossing folder, do you wonder whether it's a 3D or a thin one or what they used to call the dynamic ones back in the day, like 5 years ago? Holly still says no. Still does not like that color. She tried I asked her last night if she would try the dyes, this dye. So this is one of the dyes from the Daisy suite. And I asked her to try it because mine is sticking quite a bit and she didn't have any problems. So I will be getting hold of Stamping Up and telling them that I need. Thank you. Okay. So do you pick up your embossing folders and wonder what your sandwich is going to be? I have a solution for you if you would like. I have sheets of stickers that you can print on Avery or Staples stickers that say what they are. So it says thin folders, and then it says use the platform, then a clear plate, then the embossing folder, a shim if you need it, depends on your machine, and then another clear plate on top. Or if it's one of the new style 3D, then you use the platform, the embossing folder, a shim if you need it, and the embossing folder plate. Now, I've got one for the dynamic ones too. I just don't have it printed out because I don't have dynamic ones anymore, but they were a little bit thicker than our 3D ones are now. So if you want me to send you the files so you can print those for yourself, let me know. Send me a message or send me an email, because there's nothing better than picking this up and knowing instantly what my sandwich is going to be. Okay, so enough nattering on about that. I'm going to emboss this because I wanted to use the splatters. I really like this embossing folder, and it doesn't matter if you put it in straight or not, it's still kind of cool. And then I have a piece of white that is some size, 2.5 by 4, and I'm going to do the 2 daisy flowers. So I'll show you the stamp set. So here's the stamp set. I'm going to use the 2 daisy flowers. And you know what? I just realized I didn't get the centers out and I didn't get ink out. Oh my gosh, I'm really full. I was tired and had a lovely nap at dinner time, so I'm still trying to wake up. And then there's the Cheerful Daisy dies that we will use. And there's that one I was talking about right here. And I have been trying, I even tried it with parchment paper. So my parchment paper is still in here. And I'm still having issues. So I will be getting in touch with Stamping Up because it's that one. And it's also the leaf end of this big one. And they're not supposed to cut like that. And then I'm going to pull a sentiment out of Go To Greetings. So start thinking about what sentiment you want me to use. And we can use thinking you, happy birthday, just a note, hello, and thank you. So one of those, that's going to be up to you which one I use. Then I'm going to finish it off with one of these 2 embellishments. We'll see which one when the card is finished. And then I have a strip of rose gold foil. So when I emboss that other piece, it's going to go on here. And then I'm going to put this on like this. And then I die cut a whole bunch of these in Pretty Peacock, Azure Afternoon, and white. Every time I say that Azure Afternoon, I think, Azure Afternoon going, dude. You know? Yeah, I'm crazy. I fully admit I am crazy. But you know what? I love it in my world. I have so much fun. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining us. Okay, I'm going to run this through the machine now. So my little sticker tells me that I need the platform, then the embossing folder, and then the embossing folder plate, which is number 4. If you have the new stuff, it's number 4. If you've got the old one, it was a kind of a blue, see-through blue type thing. They're both the same. It just means it's just that one was for the old machine, and then when we got our new machine, they built a completely new one. Okay, so there, look at that. Look at that embossing. Do you guys have that? Tell me in the comments, do you have splatters? It's splatters and stripes. And I know they're thin, or they're narrow, but this one is really easy to make it so that it's wide. You just have to double emboss it. You guys are not telling, I'm asking you questions. Nobody's answering me. Are you paying too much attention to what I'm saying? I got to get my cord out of the way. I keep hitting it. And I'm going to make my camera jump here. Never use splatters. Marcia doesn't have it. Holly doesn't have it. Oh, you guys. It's actually one of my favorite ones because it gives a really nice, subtle background. And it doesn't have to be just for like water stuff, although it's called splatters. Okay, so I have my designer paper and my Pretty Peacock base, and I'm going to line the designer paper up right with the edge. So I want it right from the top to the bottom, but I'm going to put it down past the bottom. Turn that over because it has a little bit of an overlap lip there. So I'm going to put it a little bit past the bottom because I made this big enough that I can go past the bottom and the top so I can cut it off and not have that gap. I hate it when there's a gap. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this off. And I always do this when I do top to bottom on my card fronts. Doesn't matter whether it's designer paper or foil or what it is. I always make it a little bit longer so that I can cut it off and not have a gap. And there's just a little bit down here. There we go. So there's the designer paper. Isn't that cool? Who would have thought to put Pretty Peacock and Azure Afternoon in as leaves? Not me. Hey, Val. Oh, Connie has the embossing folder. Yes, I like the embossing folders. They come in a set of 2. You get stripes and you get splatters. Okay, now I'm going to put this one on here, and I'm going to line it up with the edge of the fold there. And I'm not paying attention to this because I've got a piece that's going to cover that up. But as you see, it's over the edge too. So I'm going to flip it over. Oh, I can hear a car racing on the highway, and the highway is a couple of kilometers away from my house. So he must be just a boogieing down there. Soon there'll be sirens and the police will get him. I can only hope. Oh, I just found a piece of paper stuck to my shirt. Okay, so there's the white embossed and the designer paper. Now the designer paper the size is 3 inches by 5.5. This one is 1 1/4 by 5.5 ish, ish. Then this is 1/2 an inch by 5.5 ish. I actually make them almost 6 because, with your designer paper, it's 12 inches long anyways. So if you do it 6, then you've got 2. Now I'm going to line this up, use my grid paper so that I get it on here straight. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I love this rose gold. And it comes in it comes in matte. It comes in glossy. And it comes in I was going to say hieroglyphics. Nope, it's not hieroglyphics. Holographic. So it really is pretty. I used it today on a card that I created for my June In Color Club. There. So there's our front. That's the whole front. See? Now I'm going to put that off to the side. Bring this in. All right. Now tell me what color. I'm thinking I'm going to pull out some lemon lolly. But I want to know what colors are in that designer paper. What is the other color? Wild wheat? No. They don't list all of the colors in here. Did you know that? When they put those little color suggestions there, it's not the whole color. So this has got crushed curry. I don't think I want crushed curry one. I'm thinking lemon lolly. Lemon lolly. What about that? Sure. We'll do lemon lolly. And then I'll do my sentiment in Pretty Peacock. Where is my Pretty Peacock? Lemon lolly and Pretty Peacock. And then we'll decide which of the colors of leaves we're going to use. Okay. There's the big one. Oh, and I didn't get out the center stamps. I got to do that. Got to do that. There we go. Shall we use wild wheat for the centers, or should we use crushed curry? How about, what about if we used lemon lolly, and then I just have to get a couple of blocks. And my crushed curry. Oh, that's daffodil. Crushed curry. We're gonna get fancy. Fancy, dudes, fancy. Okay, so I need the centers. Holly says crushed curry. The beauty of this is I can try them, and then if my thing doesn't work out, then we can change it. Okay, so I've inked up in lemon lolly, and this is crushed curry. Now, if you see they've kind of taken crushed curry and done off to the side. They've added crushed curry. So I'm going to use the marker, and I'm just going to add crushed curry. Now, this is a Stampin' Right marker. This is not Stampin' Blends. Stampin' Blends will not work. Hi, Dimity. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, look at that. I don't know whether you're going to be able to tell. Can you see that? That turned out really cool. Okay. Ink that up. Oh, I got ink. Hang on. I got it all over the block. Just going to take, and I'm going to put some crushed curry along the edge of this. Then you huff it, and that reactivates it. There we go. Oh, I like that. That is cool. Amundo. Okay, let's die cut. Crushed curry with a small amount of pebbled path. Ooh, that might be cool too. Hang on. Pebbled path. Crushed curry. I've got lots of white. Let's experiment. Okay, we'll use the big one. Crushed curry. That was Janet's idea. Now, I'm going to take pebbled path, put it around the outside like that. And you see, I'm using my marker on the side like that. And just a couple of little dots here and there. Lost the lid. And then huff it because it reactivates it. Oh, look at that. Okay. Why is that my light not working there? So tell me, which one do you like better? Do you like the one with the crushed curry or do you like the one with the pebbled path? I'm going to cut them both out. Let's do a small one while we're at it. Crushed curry, pebbled path. And a dot and a dot. Just because I like to add color. Okay. That kind of, it's more like this, those two. Good idea. All right, so Valerie likes crushed curry, Debbie likes both, Marcia likes pebbled path, Pat likes pebbled path, Connie likes pebbled path. I'm thinking pebbled path is the winner. No. Well, let's put this on here like this. There we go. It's never where I think it's supposed to go. We'll just tape that on. Get the little one. Okay, let's pay attention to what I'm doing here. Stop going around in circles. There we are. Oh, so many people are voting for Pebbled Path. I guess we'll be using the Pebbled Path one. Turn that around. And I tried stamping right onto the flower, but I like the effect of die cutting it. Then you can pop it up if you want. Where's the die? This one is a little bit more difficult because it kind of, they didn't make it hollow. So if it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to stamp right onto the flower. But we know what it looks like. So, okay, I'm going to run these through the machine. Oh, got to put I forgot to move it back to die cutting again. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Running it through. Holly thinks pebbled path, but wants to see the lighter one just to see. Okay, so there's one flower. So the class registration is open now. There's a link in the description of my Facebook Live. Take off the pieces because Mollet, you're going to lose them. So registration is open now until the 1st of June. And stayed on my machine. You can register for 3 cards plus the in-colored dots. And these are the in-color dots for $30 for 3 card kits plus the dots. And if you want the bundle plus the dots, that's $95. And then if you want, oh, I like that. If you want the suite, the whole entire suite, it's $125. Now the suite comes with the adhesive back solid gems when I can get them. But I'm also going to throw in the in-color dots as well for $125. And you get the card kits for free with that one. Okay. Now, Holly wanted to see this one. So let me die cut the light one out. This didn't work very well, so I'm going to have to stamp it right onto the flower. I don't know why they didn't make that die so you can see through it. You just kind of got to guess, I guess, or just do it right on the flower. All right, but we'll see which one with this, and then I'll stamp that one. Die back. Okay. So you ready to choose? Okay, here's the one with pebbled path. And here's the one with crushed curry. Which one do you like better? Pebbled path or crushed curry? I'll just put this on here so you can see. I need your opinion. I like the pebbled path. Let me put it right onto the card so that you can see. Yes, definitely the pebbled path. Everybody's choosing pebble path, so I'll throw that away. Throw that away. This one I'm going to keep, and then we're going to stamp the center of this. I need to clean my stamp first. Looks like a sunflower, Debbie. Isn't that cool? Okay, where did I put crushed curry? I lost my crushed curry. Crushed curry, ink, ink, ink. Pebbled path marker around the edge, and a dot, dot, dot in there. Then you huff it, and then you stamp it. Oh, perfect. What a good idea, Janet. Okay, so there's our flowers. So they're going to go on here. I just haven't decided if I'm going to pop that center yet. Those will go there like that. And then we have all of these leaves. So while I'm stamping the inside, tell me which of the branches I should be using, or all of them. So there's Pretty Peacock, and there's Azure Afternoon, and I did some white ones. We'll just pop that underneath there. There. I'm thinking all of them. So I've got 2 of each. I'm going to get my stamping paper here, and we'll stamp the inside. And I'm going to stamp with Lemon Lolly, all of them. Wait, why is Carmen a rebel? What did I miss? Oh, Carmen wanted crushed curry. Oh, then I put it on the card and you changed your mind. See, you just got to put it in context, right? Okay. This is Lemon Lolly that I'm stamping with here. I love Lemon Lolly. It's a bright, happy color. There we go. And envelope. Envelope-y. Because, it's nice to keep the postal people happy too. They deserve a little bit of bright and cheerfulness in their life. There we go. Now, I'm not going to stamp the centers on the envelope. I will stamp the center on the inside. Where did I put my cleaner? Oh, there it is. Need my cleaner. Because it's this one. Crushed curry, where are you? Hey, crushed curry. Pebble Path. Oh, that's so cool. Well, I guess I'm using all the colors on for the leaves. And one more for up in the top. See that this is why I'm not doing the envelope, because it will take forever. There we are. I didn't put glue on those. Uh-oh. Okay, let me get things closed up here and out of my way. Get that away. So if you want to register for the Daisy class, there's a link up there. If you're watching it live, it's up in the description of the Facebook Live. It will be there for the replay. And if you're watching this, I lost my other ones. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, it will be in the description underneath the video. And if you are enjoying my video, I would appreciate it if you would hit those emojis and let Facebook know that this is a good video to watch. Okay, getting some glue on. I was prepping my June in color cards this afternoon. Got those all done. I used the Lazy Days bundle for that one. And I'm so excited because we now have a full in color club. Got 2 more people joined this weekend from my launch. So now we're doing the full 5 months. Well, we're not doing the full 5 months. We're doing 4 months because I'd already done 2 colors for May. I should have waited till after my launch, but I didn't. But there's still room in the what I'm calling new color club, but it's not really a club. It's a buying opportunity. So each month you decide if you want 1 color or 2 colors that I'm offering or no colors. You can skip months, and there's 2 cards using the color. There's 2 colors each month, 1 returning and 1 new, and a card for each one. And if you decide you want both colors, it's $105. And I take all the orders and put them all together, and then I divide the hostess rewards up amongst the people that bought that month. And then if you want 2 colors, you get a full hostess share. And if you only ordered 1 of the colors, you get a half a hostess share. So every month you're going to get some embellishments. And let me tell you, there are some gorgeous embellishments in this new catalog. I'm just going to put this on the inside while those are drying. I haven't got all mine yet. Hopefully they're coming, but I don't think they're going to get here before I leave. So I'll have to play with them. But I saw one of the demonstrators say that she has never seen such sparkly embellishments in the catalog yet. So I'm really excited to see them. Okay, so I've put the inside in. And we're going to build our front. So this one goes down flat. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on it. And it's going to go here, but I'm not going to push it down yet because I want to be able to slide the branches under. This one is going up on dimensionals. There we are. Ouch, that was my elbow. That wasn't funny at all. So did you guys have a good weekend? The catalog launch was so much fun. Thank you to everybody who came in person or joined me virtually on Saturday night. It was so much fun. And then Sunday, I spent a lot of time trying to stuff clothes into my backpack and discovered that I kept you busy. Oh yeah, we had a team meeting on Sunday too. I discovered my backpack is way too small for the amount of clothes that I need to take because in England and Norway you need layers. So it's not like when I was in Italy it was 40 degrees and you just took really light clothes and shorts. Oh no. No, no, no. Need layers. So I had to order a new backpack and it's supposed to be here tomorrow. Thank goodness for um, Amazon and 2-day delivery. Who knew it would be that easy? Because here in Port Alberni, there is absolutely nowhere to get a backpack that size. I needed a 40-liter one. There's a dimensional piece there. So it's coming tomorrow, and then I'll get to squish things in there and make sure that I can go because I leave on Saturday. Nope, Sunday. What are you thinking? I'm not sure I like this one here. Let's put it down a little bit further. Maybe if I put the dark one in there with it. What do you think? Is this working for you? What do you think? I know I've got 4. I'm going to put one more. Thinking the white one. I'm not really sure I like the Azure Afternoon one in there. Oh, there. There. Yes. I don't have your address, Valerie. I'm sorry. Okay. So there we go. That turned out really cool. Look at that. Oh, now this. Do I want it up on a dimensional or do I just want it flat? Thinking just flat. And then what sentiment should I be putting on this? There we go. Yay. Let's add some Winky. You need Winky. Just a little bit on the petals, not the whole thing. Oops. And then in the center. There we go. Thanks, everybody. Valerie's sending me her address. Okay, what sentiment am I going to use on this, please? Thinking of you. Happy birthday. Hello, just a note. I'm thinking hello. What do you think? Hello? Thanks, Sandy. And welcome. Maybe just a little hello down here. I didn't really leave much room for a sentiment. Okay, let's just get this stamped onto here. And I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. Pretty Peacock? No, Azure Afternoon, I think. Changed my mind since we have the hello. Yes, hello or afternoon, says Janet. Hello, says Carmen. I think hello. I don't want anything too big. I do it here. Like that. Yes, definitely needed hello to tie that in, and then cut it off. And maybe, let's see. I wish I had a little tiny oval. Don't have a little tiny oval. Okay, this is going to be straight, maybe. And then I'm going to, what am I going to do with this end? I think I'll just angle it. There we go. What do you think? It must be yours. Dimity, you're going to have to fight Valerie for it. Oh, you guys are funny. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Oh, shoot. I didn't get the Share It Saturday ready to draw. Oh, and I just remembered. Oh, I like it there. Yep. I just remember that I'm going to draw for the draw board tonight. That I have set up, but I didn't set up the Share It Saturday. So maybe I'll save that for Thursday. There we go. What do you think? Yeah. Nope. I like it. Now we're going to use these because I want blue. I want some blue. This is boho blue, but it's okay. We can use boho blue. Boho blue. Over here. One up there. Have a little one over here. No, that one up there. I feel like I need 5 on here. I need 5. Put one here. And then we'll put another one right there. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Isn't that amazing? I love this card. I haven't made a card yet with the Cheerful Daisies that I don't like, even if it does have wild wheat in it. I'm sorry, Holly. You are entitled to not like wild wheat. I fully respect your decision. Okay, I'm just kind of trying to clean things up here, because I'm going to need to get at my computer. Can a person put Winky on the gems? No, you can't, because Winky is water-based, and water-based will not stay on. I've tried. It comes off. But they're glossy. They're glossy dots. They're not matte. So it's so pretty. Okay, which one do you like better? Or do you like them both? And do I need to add this one last blue in here? Or is that going to be too much? No, that's too much. Don't want to put that one in there. All right. Now, let me go to my wheel of names. So, my draw board, like both. Thanks, Norma and Holly. So the draw board, every time you place an order with me that is minimum $60, you get 1 square on the draw board. Now, I used to have a physical draw board with little squares cut on it, but since COVID, I just have a spreadsheet that's 1 to 50. And once the 50 slots are full, then I do a draw. And somebody is going to win a $100 shopping spree from me for free. So minimum $60 order gets you 1 square. If your order is 120 to 179, you get 2. If it's 180, you get 3. You see how it goes? You can multiply. And that it's regardless of whether it's a club order or an online order, or whether you've used the host code or not used the host code, or you've put an order in big enough to get your own Stampin' Rewards, doesn't matter. Every time you hit $60 on an order, like it's not cumulative. You can't do 30 on one order and 30 on the other. That doesn't work. It has to be on the same order. And then I put your name on in the draw. So tonight, one lucky person. Now, unfortunately, it's only for Canadian Canadian orders. Stampers, I can't order outside the country. I wish I could, but they won't let us. So I'm going to flip this over, and I will do the Share It Saturday draw on Thursday when I do my Thursday Thoughts live stamping. I've got another fun fold for you. It's so fun. Okay, enough of me. Let's get over here. Let's go to the wheel of names. There we go. And it is Drawboard $100 shopping spree. And oops, wait, I've got stuff on my keyboard. I'm going to delete that, delete the row. I'm going to hit shuffle once, shuffle twice. And the winner of the next $100 shopping spree is, I need something to write down who it is. It is Terry. Congratulations, Terry from Courtney. You have won a $100 shopping spree. Woot, woot. Congratulations. That's awesome. So excited for you. Okay, people like both, and they like the daisy. Yes, congratulations, Terry. That's awesome. So I will be getting in touch with Terry, and we'll get her stuff ordered for her. And don't forget about my daisy class. You can register now. It takes place on the 21st of June. So I'll be doing all the prep work and the cutting and everything. The videos are done. The tutorial is done. The cards are made. And it will happen in June when I get back. And the link is in the description of the video. So just let me get that link, and I'll put it right in the comments. Then you just have to click on it. Ooh, I don't know why it turned out so long. Eek. Oh, that's not good. Let's just delete that. I don't know what's going on. Why did it do that? Hang on. I'll just copy it from here. Maybe it'll be different if I do it that way. Paste. There we go. All right. There's the link to register for the class. Tell me if you want the kits plus the dots, the bundle plus the kits plus the dot, the suite plus the kits plus the dot. There's also a tutorial only option if you live outside of Canada. That one is available to you. This is crooked and driving me insane. Thanks, Yvonne, and good night to you. And thanks, everybody, for joining me tonight. I hope you have enjoyed my class. And I will, if you don't want the class, you don't have to get the class, but get the Daisy bundle. You're going to like it. I'll be using it a lot this month. Well, not this week, but when I get back in June. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you on Thursday. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.